Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly. So glad you guys are here. Thought I would do a little bit of a product that might be a little controversial. Anyway, thought I would come on, have a little chat with you guys today. Not really chatting too much, just wanted to put on some makeup. I picked up some stuff from Morphe. Now, oh, I just hit my camera. I picked up a few products from Morphe. In fact, recently I posted a little video. I bought 3 of the little 9 pans and I did a video on the Cabernet blush. Really liked it. Have reached into it a number of times now. Let me turn my ringer off. Okay. I have about 20 minutes to do some makeup, so I thought I would do it with you guys. I picked up another one of their foundations. This is the Filter Effect Soft Focus Foundation. I picked this up a couple months ago now, and this is in shade, this is Filter Medium 13, I think. This might be too dark for me. Let's find out. I think when I bought it, had a little bit more color going on. I've missed some trips to Mexico because of my broken ankle. So, not multiple trips. I had one planned around my birthday, and had to cancel it, along with like 6 other trips. One of these days, soon I will be traveling again. You know, it's funny, they tape the top, and I always go through the top because that's, you know, what you're supposed to do. They don't tape the bottom. Like, you just open up the bottom. Anyway, here's the packaging. This reminds me of something else. It's been a while since I've tried a Morphe foundation, so let's see how this is. I think the last one I got from Morphe, I didn't really care for it because it was so thick on my skin. I've gone in with a couple pumps now that I primed it. We'll see how this is. That actually might not be too dark. Maybe a little yellow. Smells a little bit like chemicals. Maybe a little heavier than I need. And this sponge isn't like super damp, it's just a little damp. I do have a little bit of the e.l.f. Good Vibes primer on. And I was wearing makeup earlier and I took it off. My son had his wisdom teeth on today, so I had to get up a little bit earlier than normal, throw on some makeup before we left. That was 1 pump, and that's a lot. So now that the pump is primed, I'm getting a lot out. You know what? But it's going on okay, and it's distributing fine. The scent is a little bit better now. Anyway, so I had makeup on. I came home, thought, you know what? I got a little bit before my call, and then as I was dealing with my son and his drugged out, because they put him out now. They didn't do that when we were kids, right? You got your wisdom teeth out, they kind of numbed you up, gave you a little laughing gas or whatever, and started prying them out of your face. Here's a little known fact. Actually was a oral surgery assistant for a while, like a dental assistant in the Army, a long time ago. As far as foundations go, let me flip this mirror around here. It's a little thick on my skin. In all honesty, I kind of want to grab a foundation brush and see if we can't buff it in just a little bit more, just to see if that helps or hurts. All right, it is sitting on top of my skin. I'm just trying to buff it to see if it'll look any better. That's not spectacular. Yeah, that actually makes my skin texture look worse. And I don't think it's the shade. All right, we're gonna try something different because I don't like the way this looks, and I do want to film something else after this. So we're gonna take this off, and I'm gonna come back with a different primer. Give me just one moment. All right, mostly cleaned off. I took a little micellar water, stripped off the stuff. I went back in with the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer. This is vitamin C, and my contacts are really, really cloudy right now. They look similar, but one is not the other. So we're gonna go in with one, and then I'm gonna take a little of this Milani under eye corrector, and we're just gonna dab a little of this on here. I love this stuff. This is one of my top favorite products for under eyes. I think it has a little caffeine in it, doesn't it? It's like supercharged under eye tint. Yeah, it says supercharged. This one's in 120 peach. And I think it's got caffeine in it, which I think helps sometimes with bags and discoloration and things like that. At least that's my impression of it. All right, so face is primed again. Let's go in. I'm gonna start with a brush this time, and then I'll use the sponge afterwards. So I'm gonna take a pump on this brush, and we're gonna go in with a little bit lighter amount this time, because I think I ended up putting on two pumps, and that was just too much. So we're gonna go in with less is more, and hopefully this looks better on the skin, especially with a different primer. Sometimes you gotta find the right combination, you know. I wanna be lazy and I wanna say, you know, I should just be able to grab it and use whatever. But sometimes things are finicky. And especially if, you know, you've got different types of skin. Mine is predominantly, I'm gonna start calling it combo, or start calling it normal, because I feel like over the last few years, it's gotten less dry, maybe. And it could be just better quality of skincare that I've been using over the years. Okay, so that's on. Now I'm gonna take, did I just move my camera again? Now I'm gonna take the sponge and just kind of press it into the skin. All right, you guys, I think it's mostly all pressed in now. And it's showing up less, like I'm showing less texture than I did previously, so that's a good thing. Yeah. I'd be really curious to see how this wears and what it looks like in a few hours, especially after I put on setting spray. So we'll give this a little bit of a try. I think the shade match actually looks fine. I'll flip my mirror back around here. I think the shade match is fine. Like I said, this is medium 13. I would have thought by the name that it would have been too dark, but apparently it's okay. I'm gonna use this Kaleidos palette to do a little tiny bit of contouring. It's so funny to me, you guys. Everybody's all into this underpainting. It's just a fancy way of reverse foundation. And I have a video on that from months and months and months ago, a year ago. It's the same thing. It's basically like doing your contour and maybe even a little bit of highlighting and then going in with a super light foundation. It makes your skin look so beautiful. I do that, especially if I know that I'm gonna use a super pigmented product and I don't wanna not use it. I'll do that first and then go in with, you know, like a tinted moisturizer or a CC cream, something that's a little bit of a thinner coverage. Okay, this is not new. I've had this for a while. I just realized I picked up a new blush. Funny thing is, so this is their blush Balm. I've picked up 2 of these now. I'm pretty sure it's the same shade on accident. So I'd placed an order with Morphe and they sent some of the items and then canceled the rest of the order. Then I went back online and it was still available, and I didn't realize this was one thing that had not had shipped. I thought it was one of the items that were canceled. So this is the blush. This is in shade, it says Blush Balm. I think it says Notoriously Neutral. I don't know if I'm reading that right. Anyway, little mirror on it. So we're gonna see what this looks like. I got this little brush from Merit, which tends to work really well for their flesh balms. So I figured I would try it with this. Oh yeah, that's actually really pretty. Did I need 2 of them? No, but you know what? Because this is actually pretty on the skin, I'm not upset that I have it because I can put one in a travel kit as soon as I can travel again. Yeah, that's not hurting my feelings at all. It's a little, I feel like it's a little dark today. I don't have my overhead light because sometimes that casts weird shadows. I'm not filming in my regular space. I do have a little bit of blue sky. It's ridiculously cold today that I'm filming this. I'm ready for some warm weather. So if I have any shadows coming in and out, I apologize. For fun in the future, maybe every now and then I'll film back up here if it seems like it's in good daytime, you know, when I'm trying to film. All right, I have a little foundation on the lips. Don't recommend that. I feel like I got some Morphe lip products, but I don't know where they are now. So I'm just going in with a little bit of this Becca, what is it called? Hydrolite. We'll just leave that on for now. Okay, so the blush actually looks beautiful. I love that. Yeah. The foundation, I mean, we just have to give it a little bit more time. We'll see how that looks. Yeah, blush is super nice. Okay, this is one of the several. I bought 3 of this size of palettes. I think the other 2 are matte. I have them right here. So one of them is 18C Matte Essentials. The other one is 18WT Matte Essentials. I think one is Cool Tone, Warm Tone, and this is 18W Natural Wonder. I'm picking this one today because it has a combination of mattes and shimmers. So that's what the outside looks like. It's plastic. I like these kind of cases from Morphe when they do them. I do have a little protective sleeve that has the shade names on it. Still not gonna be able to read them. There's a nice size mirror in it, and then this is what the palette looks like. Looks like your perfect everyday everyday palette, right? Like you've got a super dark shade if you want to go dramatic. You've got a super light shade if you prefer that, like on inner corner, if you want that on your lid. You've got some cool tones, some leaning a little bit more like cool purple. You've got some warm tones. We've got this khaki in here. You've got this beautiful, almost like a bronzy shade in here. That one's really pretty too. This looks like there's a lot of, actually there's a lot of really pretty shades in here. I think this is your everyday easy palette. I think you can go a little bit more artistic, but I don't think you need to. So I'm really, really inclined to just take a brush, and I don't really ever do purples, but I kind of want to use this cool toned kind of a lavender shade. And we're just gonna start just right above my crease. I think this might actually be a very, very lovely palette for traveling for work because there's so many shades and it's got a nice size mirror. I'm just ready to travel again. I'm ready to get back out there. I had some of my clients were, hey, when are you gonna be back out? Yeah, I've had to push everything back into April when I usually start traveling in January. So I'm a good 3 months behind. I don't know if I'll be able to catch up. I might have to skip some trips for a while and then come back around. All right, that's actually really pretty. You know what I'm gonna do for fun is I wanna take one of the shimmers on my lid and then we'll see if we need to do more. I'm gonna take this one. It's a little bit more of a purple shade, super creamy. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. And I didn't do an eyelid primer. Basically just took what was on my sponge or my brush from earlier and just kind of ran it on my eyelids. Yeah, I like that. Okay. I forget, you know, some people don't like Morphe products. I actually don't mind them at all. I've done a number of videos with Morphe products. They don't sponsor videos for me. They don't know that I'm doing this. Sometimes I remember to go in and link it as a review on their website, but they've never sent me anything, nor do I ever anticipate being a Morphe influencer of any kind. I just don't see that happening, especially in the light of everything they've got going on in the world. Wow, that's really pretty. I love this. I normally don't wear shimmers for work, but I could actually see doing something like this. And I usually like to keep things a little light for work too. I've got this is a rougher 13. We're gonna take the first brush I used was actually one from Persona Cosmetics. I picked up in one of their Color Theory eye kits. Anyway, I think I'm gonna take this one. It looks like it's a little bit of a shimmer, but it might also, no, I'm not gonna take that one. I'm gonna take this one over here on the end. Middle row, far right side. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of it. And we'll build this right down in here. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is, so I've had this for a little while now. I've had it for a couple months, I guess. And it's just been sitting here. It's like that thing that you always know is there. And I haven't heard anybody do any videos on this. I haven't really seen anybody play with this. I don't think it's, you know, like a super popular product, but that doesn't make me not want to try it. I am getting rid of, or I've gotten rid of a number of my larger, like the 35 pan palettes. They're just too big. I never reach for those. But these ones, this is 18 is about as big as I want to go. I love, if it's a really well curated 9, great. But at 12, 15, 18, I don't really like anything bigger than that. Insert your joke here. I'm gonna grab a little bit of that vanilla in the corner. We're just gonna put a little bit of it up here just to kind of blend out that top ledge. So one of my girlfriends said that she got brow laminations and she never has to worry about her brows anymore. Have you guys tried that yet? I have not. I just don't really put a lot of worry into my brows. I just can't be bothered. There's so many things to pick apart on ourselves, especially if we look in the mirror, especially if you see video of yourself. There's so many things to be critical of that my eyebrows just aren't really one of them. All right, so that was this vanilla shade over here that I took on my inner corner and blended up to the top. I love that. I mean, it could be that my contacts are just fuzzy, but yeah, I actually really like that. Do I need to put, I think I need a little bit of, I'm gonna take this black right here, just on the tip of a flat brush. We're gonna put just a little bit more out here. Clean side of this fluffy brush, kind of blend in a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna throw on some IT Cosmetics mascara. I'll be right back. Little Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I didn't powder my face at all. I think I blended it okay. my favorite setting spray. If you guys are new here, don't know, and again, not sponsored, not affiliated, not endorsed, none of those things. But I like my makeup. I think it's okay from what I can tell. I think it actually looks really pretty. The foundation does not look bad at all. Not at all. A little bit more full coverage, I think. I could probably get away with a little bit of lip liner. But I'm gonna probably go eat something here anyway. So anyway, that's it for today's video. I know this was super short, but I wanted to try some of these products because, like I said, I haven't tried the Morphe foundation in a long time. I think I figured out a good combination. We'll see. All said and done, not a bad makeup day. I'm excited to play with this palette a little bit more because I think it's very actually well curated for me. I've got a combination of the warms and cools. I've got lights, I've got darks, I've got midtones. I've got all the stuff for like an everyday palette. And I almost want to kind of compare it to that Dominique Cosmetics The Essentials palette, just to see how they compare and contrast. If you guys are at all interested, again, Morphe, and feel free to stick around for another video because I tend to have them like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern in the US. I am located in the Pacific Northwest, and I hope you guys are doing really well. So until my next video, bye for now.